out of the body. Center for Consciousness Studies. Short course, learn about human evolution. The path we should make.
Mini curso Aprenda sobre a Evolução Humana. E eu vou falar pouco
Short course, learn about human evolution. I'm going to talk a little bit about the path we should make. The path we should make is to evolution and growth. However, as each one of us is immersed in a family, which is immersed in a cultural group, which is immersed in a country, which is immersed in this world, we learn things the way they were discovered by a particular group. You don't learn differently. If you live down there in the South Pole, you learn a way to survive. If you live in a tropical area, you learn a way to survive. This learning, is it important? Of course it is, because it gives you continuity. On the other hand, this learning needs to be expanded. It's important to enlarge our symbolic universe. Why? Look, the first item to evolution. You may ask, okay, but what path should we make? The one to knowledge. Knowledge allows us to enlarge our symbolic universe, to have more things inside us to help us see better. It's simple. See better what is around us. If you're narrow-minded, thinking you own or found the truth, you should reconsider. Even if this truth helps you live, it doesn't mean it'll help you keep going. Think about it. We can't live in this world only with the things that we see. Because the things we see, in most cases, are convenient. If you choose one object and ask two people to describe it, they will describe it differently. So, due to this difference, this biased view we created because of the emotional burden we assimilate during just one life, it's obvious that our view gets distorted. To get out of it, we need to see better. To see better, we need to open our heart. When I say, open our heart, it really means to open our heart. Because we may confuse it with doing things with a lower level of consciousness, as if we were free to do it and were really opening up to the world. We don't open ourselves when we take wrong routes or go against the flow. I will try to explain it in a better way. If you choose to use drugs, you will have a sense of freedom, don't you agree? So, you use drugs freely. Every time your universe seems bigger, you get rid of something that bothers us all, our fears. You use drugs, stop caring about anything, the world is yours, all is possible. But this is the wrong way. You have developed a dependence. A dependence on an item, for you to get something that is temporary, not permanent. Permanent is what we obtain through our efforts and when we choose a way to knowledge. The way to knowledge protects us from many things, even from our naivety. Obviously, it takes time. It's not possible to do it by a decree. Besides knowledge, what's necessary to evolve? You need to have will. This is a very important thing. You need to want to evolve. The willingness needs to be based on determination. I always tell a short story that may help you. It's possible that you've already heard me telling it many other times. It's a story of a man who wanted to become wise. So, he asks a wise man, I want to become a wise man. How do I do this? The wise man answered, this is easy, very easy. The man asked again, so tell me, what do I need to do? It's simple. There is a water well here. Can you put your head underwater? Am I going to become a wise man? Ah, this is the beginning of everything. You will. The man said, okay. So the man put his head underwater. When he did it, the wise man pushed his head and held it. And the man was fine, because he thought he was becoming wise, but he couldn't breathe anymore and started to make a huge effort. In order to get free, he threw the wise man on the ground. He fell there too and said to him, were you trying to suffocate me? I won't become a wise man like that. The wise man said, when you desire wisdom as much as you wanted to breathe, you will become a wise man. This is just a short story. There are some good stories that make us realize something, but they can't turn us into children. We shouldn't think they can set us free. It's just a way to tell you that evolution requires effort. We need to find the right elements to put our energies into. The elements are exactly the ones I am talking about: knowledge, will, determination, sincere search, internal change. We need to be able to change, hear others, and improve ourselves as human beings. You don't evolve when you learn to defeat others. You're getting worse. Do you know when you are improving yourself? When you can really help yourself and others with total sincerity. This is different. What we do is learning a kind of fight that hurts others. Don't we? I am the best because I can defeat anybody. The first defeat happened when you considered this is important. This is not important. Do you know why? Because it'll take you to a very sad condition after you die. While you have this body, you can still make all mistakes, but when you don't have it anymore, you suffer all the consequences. Worse than that, you haven't evolved at all. Evolution demands effort and determination for us to be able to change our story. As I said, we have a story and changing it is not that simple, but it's quite possible. It's nice to think about it. On the next day, I will talk about time. The time of our evolution, and this is a nice thing to know. So we meet again in the next, learn about human evolution.
Então, nós nos encontramos no próximo Aprenda sobre Evolução Humana.